Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make a DIY Dollar Tree Halloween chandelier that was inspired by this paper cutout that I have had for a few years. It's not an exact copy, but it reminds me of it. So I got this hanging basket, these 4-pack of necklaces, this candle holder, these candle cups, these cute little skeletons, some floral wire or wire, and black spray paint. This also an X-Acto knife and a scissor. For alternatively, you could use this basket, these candle cups, these chain from the fencing there, and then you're going to need a hot glue gun. So I'm going to start off with this hanging basket. I'm going to remove the tags and the plastic, but I'm just going to tell you guys that I'm going to show you an alternate method for stuff that's available for the Halloween season at the Dollar Tree. But all these items, except for the black spray paint, are from the Dollar Tree and my X-Acto knife. So first what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 of these bead necklaces and we're going to remove the plastic connectors. There's like a little bit of plastic straw there. Now I, excuse me, have chosen to paint mine black, but you could skip that step if you like a colorful Halloween chandelier. You can make 1 strand purple, 1 strand black, 1 strand orange. And I've just taken the top. Now the skulls do have a top and bottom, just like your head. And I've hooked the very top bead in through the little hook that holds the chandelier in place. And then what I've done was I strung the hook down, and I found the bottom of the chain. I found where that lands on each bead necklace, and I've put that bead on the rim. So basically that the it's equally supported by the chain and the beads. Okay, and then I'm just taking a piece of wire. So now this basket is sectioned into 9 sections, and it's got 3 hangers, and then there's 6 other wires that aren't attached to hangers. But what I've done is I've taken the beads and I've hung them between the sections. Basically, there is a chain, a section, a chain, and then 3 sections, and then a chain, and I've hung the beads in the middle of the middle section. And I've just taken a piece of wire. I've taken about a 2-inch piece of wire, and I've gone over the beads. It landed about between a skull and a bone on mine, so that's where I went ahead and I took the wire and I went over the skull and on the bone and just wired it to the basket. It can slide back and forth on that basket, but that's what we're going to do for all 3 chains, for all 3 beads. And then what I've done is I've taken them to the bottom, and what I did was I slid the wire that I did on the chain over so that I can actually take the beads and match them to the length of one of the ribs. And then I've taken the wire and I've done that same thing to the bottom. I've left 1 bone on the end of each necklace, and then I've trimmed the excess off. Now if you want to skip the wiring altogether and you want to glue it, you can go right ahead. I just didn't trust that it would just, glue would just hold it for as long as I wanted to keep it. So I went ahead and wired it. And then slide all the rest of them back to the middle of their spaces. And just adjust as needed. You also could do more than just 3 sets of necklaces. I mean, it would cost a little bit more money, and you'd have to find a better way to attach them to the hook, because only 3 necklaces will fit inside that hook with the 3 chains. But it would look cute with more. It absolutely would. I'm on a tight budget, so. And now we're going to remove the sticker from the underside of that candle holder, because we will see it in the end, because it's a chandelier and that's going to be underneath. This is just, I picked this because it had the same black wire and it had sort of a scrolly legs, which I thought would make a really cute little bottom to this chandelier. But if you have a different one, if you have a different look you're going for, obviously, I love for you guys to make it your own. It really does make me feel special. And now I'm just going to make sure I share with me your creations as well. That candle holder to the bottom to make it look like a fancy chandelier, to make it look less like a plant hanger. And now I'm just adjusting all the necklaces to making sure they're spaced evenly and that all the bones lay flat. And what I did was I put glue to the right side of each of the wires, and then I just turned it so that it would be evenly spaced. And then I've just gone back over with some extra glue, and this is the Gorilla Glue sticks that I'm using, which I thought was important. Then I've taken it outside to spray paint it black. Like I said, I wanted mine to be all black, but I have to tell you, up close and personal, if you look underneath the bottom of each of the skull and above the bones, you can see a little bit of purple and a little bit of orange showing through. I really thought it gave a really nice aged look, though, but you can't really see it up close too well. Then I've just let it dry. I wanted to show you quick, though, the alternate method, as I found these fences with these chains on them, and I only bought one, but you would need 2 sets. And this wire basket that looks like a spider web, they have one this year that's very similar, but it's not exactly this one. This one's from 2 years ago. And I'm just showing you that you could take the chain it on, glue the chain closed, though, because the chain will come off if you don't glue it. And then the same thing with the necklaces. You could just glue the necklaces on and create that basket. That plastic basket could then go ahead and become your wire basket if you can't find the hanging basket. There's also alternatives. You can go ahead and glue electric tea lights right to the corners of the candle. So what I want to do is there is this piece of trim that goes around the top of the inspiration piece. And I said, you know what, I have a little washi that actually is a cutout spider and skull that I got at Target 2 years ago in clearance. And I thought it would just be perfect. But I wanted to show you that, or I did show you, that they came out with this really great diamond wrap this year from the Dollar Tree. And I really, 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 really thought I bought the silver diamond wrap with something on it. I apparently just bought the purple one. I have to go back and watch my hauls because I'm pretty sure it's just missing in action. But I just organized all my stuff, and I definitely do not have it. But that's what I thought I bought for this project, was a little diamond wrap with a little, I thought it had skulls on it, but maybe it had spiders on it. But either way, what I decided to do instead was I've taken this washi, silver washi from the Dollar Tree, and then this skull and spider washi from Target. And I'm just laying them flat. They're not really sticking very good, as you can imagine. Tape doesn't necessarily stick to tape unless it's sticky side to sticky side. So I'm going to hit it with some hot glue later. But right now I'm just trying to lay it out. And I'm actually taking the clear plastic that the skull and spiders was on, and I'm putting it under my washi because I don't want to tape my washi to the border of the chandelier. I actually want to glue it like it was the diamond wrap. I'm just going to basically set that aside, and now I'm going to work on the skeletons. Now again, my original plan was I was going to put 6 skeletons on there because I thought there was 6 ribs when I first was envisioning it, but I guess I was thinking to myself there was 6 ribs besides the chain. So I've decided to just take 3. I mean, on the inspiration piece, it really only shows 1 skull. And the skull was a little bit bigger, but I like these cute little skulls. They look so sad, these guys. So basically, I've cut off their head, and I've cut a little slit in the back of their head. Now, I'm using my X-Acto knife, and I have lots of X-Acto knife skills. If you don't, you can use your scissor. You can stab it with your scissor. It does cut very easily, though, I will tell you. So when I repeated it for the other 3, and I wanted to cut off the little round things that hold on, that, because they're a garland, so they have little loops at the top of their head, and cut off those, and then cut the little split. The split, I noticed, goes from where the loops were to the base of their skull. And what you're doing there for is we're going to split it open. I'm going to put some hot glue in it, and we're going to hug them onto one of these ribs. I hung a skull onto each rib that had a chain attached to it. But like I said, if you got 9, it would look cute with 9. It really would. It would look cute with a lot more chains too, a lot more beads. But that's for you guys to juice up as you want. I was going to make some hot glue scrolls to decorate it, because if you notice the inspiration piece, there's a lot of like scrolly detail between the ribs and stuff, but I just thought that was a little more advanced than I'd like to show you guys. I want everybody to be able to get a chance to make everything. So what I'm showing here is I found that those they look like Big Bang Theory atom type of candle holders, and you can just go ahead and wire those to the frame. I wouldn't use 6 though, because they are a little weightier, but that's an alternative if you can't find these tea light cups. This cup is actually the cup that's inside that thing. So what I've done is I've rearranged them evenly, six cups evenly spaced out. You don't have to use 6 if you just want to use 4. You don't have to use 6. You can use all 9. You really can't use 9. Well, you can. You can put them in the spaces. But what I've done is I've tried to put 1 cup between each beads and chain, each like evenly between the beads and the chain. And this is a few step process. So what I'm doing is I've put a bead of glue down, pulled the cup out, put the bead of glue down, pushed the cup back, and let it rest on the bead of glue. And then I've taken glue and gone back and forth over the wire. Just like that. See here? Okay. And then back and forth over the wire. Now I will be, full disclosure, as I like to give you guys full disclosure, this is just me. I'm going to be gluing this right along the wire edge. This is that trim, and it's going to give me a hard time, but I'm going to tell you about other full disclosure. I'm just putting a little beaded glue on each rib, and I'm just placing it down. But the I didn't clean the light cups. I totally forgot to clean the light cups. I actually was really thought that the milky, dirty glass was cool, but I was like, duh. Even Gorilla Glue sticks won't stick to dirty glass. But then it ended up being a happy accident. Again, another happy accident. I was having a rough day that turned into a lot of really happy accidents. I kept channeling my high school art teacher, Mrs. Kane. When I came up with this, I took toothpicks. And I cut them the size of the width of the bottom of the glass. And all I did was, and you'll see here, I colored them with a black Sharpie. Well, this is a Sharpie alternative, but I colored them with a black marker. And I trimmed each one of them the same size. I just used a wire cutter from the Dollar Tree. And this wasn't on my original list because this is an additive. So what I've done is, you could see the glue that was stayed on the wire basket. I've taken my hot glue gun and I've heated the center perpendicular to the wire, and I've stuck the toothpick there and added some more glue over it. Because originally I was thinking, how can I create a cross brace? Because that would really give the best support for these cups. And this is what I came up with, and I think it's pretty cool, like little idea. However, somewhere along the line, one of them got moved over. But just keep your spacing in mind when you do it. But again, I just put a cross bead of glue on the glass, and then I've gone back over the toothpick like I had gone over it before with the basket, and I just repeated that on all 6. What I have them on is, I have them on a cooking mat because I wanted to be able to rotate them without moving the cups and the glass. I just rotated the whole pad that they were on, so I don't have to worry about any of the glass moving. And I've taken the chain and I've hooked it onto the base real quick so that it's out of my way a little bit. Okay, and I've just repeated that with all 6. And there it is. That's what it looks like. You really can't see the glue. This is my lovely assistant putting the tea lights in. I took the tea lights and I wrapped them each with a black spiderweb washi that I got at Target a few years ago, the same time I got the skull. And there it is hanging in my kitchen. I think it came out super cute. I tried to show you what it looked like at night, but it's just dark. But I just really did. I thought it came out super cute. It's how I envisioned. Let's put it that way. You can hang spiders off of it like the inspiration piece, and you can put scrollies on it like the inspiration piece. You guys make it your own. So I hope you really liked this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Share with friends and family, anybody you know who'd be interested in making one of these. And click subscribe, join the family, and ring that little notification bell, and YouTube will let you know when I upload a video. And as always, take care, God bless, see you next time. Bye!